Hi friends, Andy Vegan. Time for daily greens. I have a red butterhead that is a tender leafy green with a thick leaf. It's tender and thick, that is very special. You see red because the tips are red, that's more mineral. A little harder I found, especially the outer leaves of the head. These are the inner, the second layer. I eat from the outside in. The rest goes back in the fridge. This is the second layer to say. That's one serving for me. I eat a large green salad every day. And these are thick leaves, though tender. You see thick, they have this beautiful texture here, folded and a little bit thick, still tender. And tender leafy greens just tear apart apart usually. And the thicker they are, the firmer they are, let's say, the more you can cut them with a knife. It makes more sense to get this fluffy texture. So what I mean with fluffy texture of the salad base, I show you in a moment. You're tearing apart, just take them in a deck, like in a deck of cards in a hand, and tear them apart like this. Of course, after washing them thoroughly and drying them with a salad spinner, you don't have one, you just do this. You have to dry a little bit. It's better for the taste. You want to have a delicious salad, so the leaves should not be too wet, because too much water dilutes the flavor of the dressing. And I come to that later, a little bit later again. But drying is a very important, well, I would say it's a medium important thing to do. Now, you don't need to, but it's a little bit better. This is the fluffy base I'm talking about here for the salad. That's what you want to have, this kind of fresh and crunchy leaf. And if you bath the leaves or the whole head, either leaves or head, doesn't matter, in cold water, ice cold can also, for an hour, a half an hour, 20 minutes, or overnight, you have a fresh, crunchy salad again, lettuce again. That's important. Without that, you will not be able, or almost not be able, to make a delicious salad. Once you have that base, you can start combining. So first, I add onions, or rather, almost always to a green salad, I put an onion. This is a half onion. Chop a little bit. The hotter the onion, the more fine you mince it. And it depends on the onion you have. Onions, one of the healthiest foods for every day. It's very inexpensive, very healthy. And chop it finely and mince it, and you have the hot flavor diluted with the other ingredients. That's very easy. And tomatoes, for example, doing a great job. Come to that in a moment. But first now, the great addition of kidney beans today that makes a whole different kind of salad. Yeah. Without the kidney beans, the salad would be just a nice starter. And with the kidney beans or other legumes, which also is a healthy food for every day, makes you live longer and healthier, science says. With the kidney beans, you make it almost a main. Yeah? Add a potato and you have a whole food. It's very simple. So I love the kidney beans on the salad. I try different kinds of beans and other legumes on the salads. They all make different characters. When you have a kidney bean, for example, it's nicer to have the salad dressing a little bit more sour. They love a little strong flavor. I also add my triplet of tomatoes, black olives, and chili peppers. Here I have a cup of tomatoes chopped into small pieces. This is delicious tomatoes here. I have different kinds of tomatoes from the marketplace. I'm very lucky with a Polish trader there in Berlin. And olives, I cut them just in half, pitted ones. And it's very nice to have a low sodium olive, because the salt is among our most dangerous killers. To eat too much salt, it's very bad for heart and the heart attack and these kind of things. Blood pressure, high blood pressure. You just eat too much. Most people eat too much because it's in every food you can purchase. It's always with salt because they want to eat that we eat it. Of course, we like the salty flavors from our history. Yeah, that is something. We never have enough salt that was, had enough salt that was pure as gold, expensive as gold today, until it was fabricated, industrialized, and then it became cheap, and now it's cheap, and we still have that desire because we ate more salt than we needed because it was so rare once we had it. And then the body learned to store it. And to fill the storage of the body, the salt stores, you eat more than you want. That's a desire now. So we want to eat always more salt. And luckily, red chili peppers are among the healthiest foods too, because they give the brain the message saying, you had enough salt, you don't need more salt. That's what the red chili peppers do. The hotter the better, and the redder the better. So that's the interesting thing. When I read about that, I was surprised that was the reason, one of the main reasons why chili peppers are so healthy. Yeah, they give you the feeling you had enough salt. Yeah, but this triplet, tomatoes, olives, and chili peppers, make the whole salad seem fruity. It's a wonderful combination, these three, tomatoes, olives, and chili peppers, so that I don't want to miss them anymore in the salad. A couple of weeks ago, or a month ago, I found out about that, and I was so amazed. So as always on my salads, until I find the next fascinating thing. So chives on top is a green herb, and it's an onion from the onion family, the mildest onion family member we have, I guess. Don't know any milder one. And I love chives. It tastes like spring when you have a creamy dressing. I'll come to that in a moment. So chives are nice. And then I have cress, very important family, the cruciferous vegetables. It's a tiny little leaf here, see? Tiny little. That's what a cress, garden cress looks like. They have, wait, there's a little bit earth. They have a little bit, a sharp flavor, like cauliflower a little bit. Cauliflower, broccoli, kale, mustard, that's or radishes, they're all the same family, and we should eat every day one of this family, a little bit, because it fights cancer. It has a very important compounds like sulforaphane that have this sharp flavor, and it's a wonderful seasoning. If you put it on a salad, like a green herb, it gives it a nice sharp flavor, but not too much, because the leaves are so tiny, it tickles rather than that is hot, like a chili. Chili is different, that's very hot. But not this is different. It's a sharp flavor a little bit. Bites a little bit, but only a little bit. So that's my salad today. Number 9 of the ingredients, I count them, make it very characteristic how many ingredients I have. I found 9 is a really large salad, 3 is the smallest. It's very light and happy. This is serious, as I say. They have a very interesting character, these numbers, for the recipes. I was surprised to find that. And so, number 9 is now the Sweet Sour Cashew Dressing. I'll show you another video linked under this one how to make it. It's very easy. You just have 5 ingredients. Cashews, yeah, apple cider vinegar, you see what it looks like, and dates, pepper and salt, that's it. And of course, the water, yeah, that's, I don't count it. It's just, water is free for everybody, in my view. So I don't count it. You can add more or less, make it runnier, and you can also add more and less salt, more and less pepper. Can we make a difference? Make a difference. More or less sour, yeah. More or less dates, sweeter, sour. That all these kind of little tweaks of this dressing can make a lot of difference, a huge difference. For example, with the kidney beans, I said they like it more sour. Yeah, add a little bit more vinegar, and so forth. I will not toss it now because it's a tender leafy green, and the tender leafy greens, they want to be tossed only right before you eat the salad. Right before you eat it, right? You serve it, you toss it, you serve it, and then you eat it. Otherwise, when you leave, you toss it now and let it sit, it gets mushy, and nobody wants that. So it has to be crunchy, so toss it later. When the tender and the firm leafy green, like an endive, for example, you can toss it right away. Nothing happens to the endive. and so forth. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe. MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. Enjoy the endless vegan variety. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And donate if you will. Further the vegan cause through MD Vegan. There is a little button under the video called thanks.